Meanwhile, student reporters who returned from Kansas City late Monday night received community help to fund their trip to L.A. Collegian writer Rachel Finkbeiner says so far $8,000 have been donated to send her and others to cover LaSalle in the Sweet 16.
I feel like the pressure, but it's a good kind of pressure because I can really bring the students a first-hand look and give LaSalle the recognition it deserves.
For fans who are sticking around here, there will be alumni watch parties. Because the university will be closed for a holiday Friday, LaSalle is still trying to figure out if it will have another watch party here at Tom Goal Arena for that late-night Thursday game, Rick. Reporting live here in Albany at LaSalle University, Kenneth Moten, Channel 6 Action News.
All right, Kenneth, thank you.
March Madness has gripped the LaSalle University campus. The Explorers basketball team is in the Sweet 16 for the first time in more than a half century, and some students are doing whatever it takes to go along for this amazing ride. Eyewitness News reporter Todd Quinones is live in Albany tonight with details. Todd.
Well, Susan, early Wednesday morning, 4 LaSalle students first drove out to Ohio. They then followed the team down to Kansas City. Then at 12:30 this morning, they made the drive back home here. They drove through snowstorms in the Midwest, and they arrived back here on campus just about a half hour ago. It was a 20-hour ride home that was full of pain and discomfort and also pure joy.
We got to see LaSalle men's basketball be able to go to the Sweet 16.
I'm from Minnesota. I'm used to driving in the snow. I told them, I was like, get out of the car, I'm driving. So I did the 3:30 to 8 o'clock through the ice and snow.
All 4 of these LaSalle students hopped in a car Wednesday morning. They traveled halfway across the country and back, following LaSalle's improbable run so far through the NCAA tournament. Sunday's victory launched the Explorers into the Sweet 16, electrifying students and fans. Landing these students who report for the student-run newspaper and also work for the college TV station smack dab in the middle of one of the biggest sports stories of the year.
Being the voice of the students that can't be there at the events, it's kind of fun and exciting to do that.
Sunday night, sophomore Andrew Albert took to Twitter, half-heartedly joking, asking anyone for donations so the students could travel out to Los Angeles to cover the game. And people suddenly started to respond.
The response we got from people was just, hey, we want to help you out. We want to get you guys to LA. Like, how's it, like, you know.
And how much did you raise?
We raised so far $8,000 on the GoFundMe page.
So $8,000 ought to do it, as the students will be trading in the car keys for some airline tickets, as they will be flying out to Los Angeles to watch LaSalle play their next game in just a couple of days. Reporting live tonight in Albany, Todd Quinones, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Todd, an exciting time for them. Thanks so much. And CBS 3 will be right there as LaSalle continues their run. The Explorers.
Down to 5. Here's Garland. Banks it. Yes! For the lead with 2.5 remaining.
And with that shot, you know what happened. LaSalle down in the Sweet 16, headed to Los Angeles. They're already there, getting ready for their game against the Shockers of Wichita State. And later this week, they'll be joined by a group of LaSalle student reporters. To the generosity of LaSalle loyalists, they're going to go out there and not have to drive. Let me set this up real quickly here. LaSalle Explorer fans, you go to school over there. Real quickly, let's start down with you. Say your name, where you're from, and what's your major.
I'm Andrew Albert. I'm a communication major from Syracuse, New York.
Nice!
I'm Rachel Finkbeiner. I'm a communication major from Elk River, Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Yes.
And I'm Mike McCoy. I'm a senior communication major, and I'm from Royersford, Pennsylvania, so not too far.
Good for you.
There we go.
Local guy, nicely done. Okay, so you drive to Dayton last week for the play-in game, right? How do you get there? I mean, who's driving?
Well, we took my car going to Dayton, pretty much saying, we're going to go as the team goes. When Selection Sunday came for LaSalle, me and Andrew were there covering it right with the action. And so we pretty much looked at each other. We were like, we're going to Dayton.
You're going to Dayton.
We're going to Dayton.
And then they win in Dayton. So, Rachel, you're right along with them then?
Yep, I was right along with them. I was like, we all kind of looked at each other and said, so Kansas City? I had been told to pack my bag for 5 days, not thinking I'd actually need to.
So you win.
So
now you got to go to Kansas City, so you move toward the middle part of the country.
Yep.
It's one road, too. It's all I-70, so it's pretty much all you see is cornfields and road, and that's all you're going for.
So it's 3 guys and you, Rachel.
Yep.
How was that?
It was A lot of people, it's funny, every time we went out in public, people asked me, they're like, wait, you're traveling with 3 guys?
Yeah.
So, but it didn't bother me. They're all nice.
They didn't smell or anything? And
well,
a little bit?
I think last night, by the end of the road trip, we all smelled a little bit.
But
so, normally one of the guys has gas or something, you know.
That's Mike.
So did you stop for treats, or did you, because there's no peeing, you can't pee unless we stop for gas?
We had limited stops, but we had to, you know, have a few pit stops for the female led.
Okay, so now
like we had to stop.
the big win. Ty Garland hits that shot.
The Southwest Philly floater.
The floater. And so, I think you took this footage. So there he goes for the floater. They win the game. Now they're going to Los Angeles. What's the decision on your part here?
We pretty much we say there's no way we cannot miss LA.
So you're going to drive from Kansas City to LA?
Yeah, no. We have to come back. We have classes that are here on Tuesday and on Wednesday. So we drive back here that night. Andrew, tell a story about GoFundMe.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of thought that we were not going to have enough money in the Collegian, which is the school newspaper, funded us to go to Dayton, kind of helped us out with that. And we knew they didn't have enough money to send us to LA.
To fly you, because you're not driving.
Exactly, not a chance. So I set up a website kind of as a joke, GoFundMe.com, and kind of threw it out there, and a blog picked it up, and then CSN wrote an article about us and put the GoFundMe on there, and it kind of took off from there.
Wait
in
a
big
second.
way.
How much money have you collected?
On the GoFundMe, we're up above $8,000.
What?
And generously, the Phillies broadcast team donated $1,000.
Tom McCarthy?
Tom McCarthy called us in the car. Yep.
He gave you $1,000?
$1,000.
The Fanatic gave you some money too? Isn't this exciting? So you have airline tickets now. Did you book them?
We do.
They're
last
booked.
night.
They're about $5,000. So
It was
all the donations were very well.
So what do you do with the extra $4,000?
Hotel and transportation out there. Because the hotel is not close to the Staples Center that we're going to.
And the rest of the money is going to be given for
hopefully the Final Four.
Yeah.
Final Four.
Oh, listen, you're talking about Atlanta already.
Yeah, Atlanta.
So you have to beat Wichita State.
Yes.
And then have to beat the winner of what, Ohio State, Arizona?
Yes.
That's a tough one.
It is.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's stay on the roll and go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first time LaSalle's been here since 1955.
55.
It's their year.
By the way, here's $1.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Stop at 7-Eleven or something like that.
Hey, don't be greedy.
He's excited. All right, I need your opinion on this, especially you, Rachel.
Cinderella in the Sweet 16, that many of the larger schools who people expected to be there, but one group who has covered the team all season long could be noticeably absent from the school's foray into deeper waters of the NCAA tournament. That's where we begin our March to the Net coverage, where Steve Bucci gives us a story of LaSalle students on a mission.
Andrew Albert, Mike McCoy, and Rachel Finkbeiner, along with Dave Grzybowski, make up the coverage team for the LaSalle student newspaper and LaSalle TV. They've been on top of the action every step of the way. They drove from Philly to Dayton to cover the game there.
And we thought we were just headed out for a trip to Dayton. I mean, 9 hours, doable, right? Then all of a sudden we're in Kansas City.
But that's where the budget ran dry. Traveling to LA to cover the Sweet 16 was going to be out of the question until they decided to reach out to the public to raise the funds.
We kind of took matters into our own hands, and we were kind of go-getters about it, and it's worked out fantastically, more than we could have ever imagined.
Through social media, news of their plight spread like a viral video. Their goal was to raise $5,000. And then they got a call from the Phillies broadcasters, who donated $1,000.
We had some excess funds in our foundation checking account, and we decided, you know what, this is the perfect thing to try to inspire folks that want to do what we are doing right now and are lucky enough to do what we are doing right now, to follow their dream.
When we heard Tom McCarthy on the cell phone, I think all of us were just, this is something greater than what we expected.
I know when I was in school, I wanted to do the exact same thing that they're doing. I didn't have the chance, certainly not on that level, to go to the Sweet 16 and watch that kind of thing and cover that sort of event. So I think it's really neat that they get that opportunity.
As of Tuesday afternoon, they'd raised just under $9,000, and they plan to spend it wisely. They'll be sharing a room to cut costs.
Does your mom know that you're bunking with 3 other guys?
I told her about going, and she's like, let me guess. She's like, you want my permission about you staying in a hotel room with 3 other guys? And I was like, actually, I thought you'd be more concerned about me missing class. But so she was okay with it for the most part.
To cover a national event of this magnitude as students is the ultimate learning experience. To do so thanks to the generosity of strangers, well, that's something they couldn't ever have imagined.
It was just so awesome that professionals were like, we really like what you're doing and we want to help you get there. So for me, it was just like, it's an honor.
At LaSalle, Steve Bucci, Comcast Sportsnet.
All right, Booch, thanks. The Explorers are the first 13 seed to ever reach the Sweet 16.